Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Śrī Caitanya-śikṣāmṛta class given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on April 19th, 2025 in Śrī Māyāpur, India.
Bangun Langai Tegiri Sri Gurum Dhinatarinam Śrī Caitanya-śikṣāmṛta Hari Om Tat Sat.
So I'm gonna do a class on one paragraph.
So I'm going to give a class on one paragraph.
I'm going to open up question and answers.
And then I will open up for question and answers.
Or you can think ahead for any questions.
So you can think ahead if you have any question. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the reading from Śrī Caitanya-śikṣāmṛta by Śrī Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The 5 types of Svabhava, nature. The rati that is attained by the name Sthāyī Bhav. Not this one?
This one. Finished or what?
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? 7 seconds. We have read
What are you doing?
we have read all these things.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, 2592. Okay. Yes, good man. Just some technical errors. The ancient authorities have given the following statement from Mahabharata as well as other statements as an example to show that Rati, which is the play of the Lord's greatest potency and which is inconceivable, can never be defiled by material logic. Srila Prabhupada's translation to this verse from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu: no one while remaining on the material platform should discuss these different descriptions of bhava and anubhava by quoting different statements of transcendental literatures. No one, while remaining on the material platform, should discuss these different descriptions of bhava and anubhava by quoting different statements of transcendental literatures. Such manifestations are displays of transcendental pleasure potency of the Lord. One should simply try to understand that on a spiritual platform, there are many varieties of reciprocal love. Such loving exchanges should never be considered to be material.
So, we see how people on the mundane platform may consider these lava ecstasies as material.
So we can see how people on the mundane platform can consider this bhava ecstasy to be material.
And that they're not achievable by the devotees.
And they are not achievable by the devotees.
Actually, all of these are very high ecstasies.
Actually, these are very high ecstasies.
But they're part of the accessible achievements.
So they are part of the accessible achievements.
Without special, as you go up the 8 levels of devotional service.
As you go up on the 8 levels of devotional service,
The 8th level is awe.
And the 8th level is bhava.
They see prema and they need some special mercy.
To receive prema, you may need some special mercy.
Bhava is something that everybody can achieve.
Bhava is something that everybody can achieve.
And eventually, you should achieve it.
And eventually you should achieve it.
So, then comes bhava. And when Krishna is pleased with your sincerity, then you get prema.
And then in bhava, when Krishna is pleased with your sincerity, then you can achieve prema.
It's achievable.
But it's achievable.
And you want every devotee to achieve it.
And we want every devotee to achieve it.
Actually, the Prabhupada wanted in his time that everybody should be a guru.
Actually, Srila Prabhupada wanted in ISKCON, everybody should be a guru. Eventually.
They should study and be able to give Krishna's instruction.
They should study, and eventually they should be able to give out Krishna's instructions.
And so, when you're a student, how that you stay a student forever.
If you're a student, it's not that you stay as a student forever.
Eventually, you'll be a teacher.
Eventually, you'll be a teacher.
Even if you go to college, first you have to get a degree.
So even if you go to a college, first you have to get your degree.
Then, after you get your higher degrees, master's, PhD,
And then eventually get your higher degrees, masters and PhD.
you become a teacher.
And then you become a teacher.
So like that, Prabhupada wanted tens of thousands, 100,000, million,
Like
10 million gurus.
So like that, Srila Prabhupada, tens of thousand, 100,000, a million, and then 10 million gurus.
People, Prabhupada said it, Haribol.
And Prabhupada said this, people were like, Haribol! Haribol!
Even like Gaudiya Math, they're imitating Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Although they're not following him.
Even the Gaudiya Math, they're imitating Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, but they're not following him.
We see so many Gaudiya Maths.
We see so many Gaudiya Maths.
One Gaudiya Math, one guru.
One Gaudiya Math, one guru.
I mean, with Prabhupada, one is not millions of gurus.
One is called millions of gurus.
I mean, we should first be a good disciple,
I mean, we should first be a good disciple,
and then we can become, or we can repeat Krishna, as he said in Bhagavad Gita, the other shastras.
and we should repeat Krishna as he has said in the Bhagavad Gita and other shastras,
And then we become a teacher.
and then we become a teacher.
And so, Lord Chaitanya, he was asking every devotee to get a disciple,
Like Lord
every
Chaitanya.
mature devotee.
So, Lord Chaitanya was asking every devotee, mature devotee, to take disciples.
In India, was a big pushback on lady gurus.
In India, there was a big pushback on lady gurus,
But Prabhupada, he didn't push back.
but Prabhupada, he didn't push back.
We should speak how to qualify different devotees,
We should see how to qualify different devotees,
how to give them training,
How to give them training.
How to let them practice.
How to let them practice.
How to have them achieve these different achievements
How to have them achieve these different spiritual achievements
which are mentioned here.
which are mentioned here.
In the next paragraph.
The ancient,
Next. Yeah, this.
the material world is only a degraded reflection of the spiritual world.
I'm Prabhupada, they say, degraded relaxation. Here they say degraded relaxation.
Prabhupada, you would say perverted reflection, here they say degraded reflection.
So people, they put their love in the material relations.
So people, they put their love in different material relations.
Your father,
Like their father,
your sister,
your sister,
your fellow countrymen,
or your fellow countryman.
they replace the spiritual. Actually, you should love God. You love Krishna.
Actually, you should love God, you should love Krishna.
But instead, you have other pacifiers to let you love other people.
So instead, they give you other pacifiers to let you love other people.
So you wanted his son to love him.
So Hiranyakashipu, he wanted his son to love him.
Prahlad, he loved Krishna.
But Prahlad, he loved Krishna.
So, Hiranyakashipu wanted to kill him.
So Hiranyakashipu wanted to kill him.
You don't dedicate yourself to me. This God, I don't see it anywhere.
So Hiranyakashipu wanted to kill him. If you don't dedicate yourself to me, this God, I don't see him anywhere.
I will kill you.
I will kill you.
And he didn't. You get your power from the same he asked Prahlad, where did you get your power?
So he asked Prahlad, where did you get your power from?
And Prahlad said, I get my power the same place where you get your power.
So Prahlad said, I get my power from the same place where you get your power.
But you don't accept that. I do.
But you don't accept that, but I do.
Oh, Prahlad was so much Krishna conscious.
So that means Prahlad was so much Krishna conscious.
Sringadev came to say that
Then Nrsingadev came and saved him. Okay. Where do sorrow, anger, fear, and disgust, which are condemned in the material world, come from? The material world does not have an independent existence. It merely a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. Perverted.
To the adjectives.
Somehow it gives different adjectives. He gives different adjectives. Yeah, perverted reflection. Perverted reflection of the spiritual world. The arrangements, emotions, and processes that are pure and auspicious are in the ideal spiritual world are reflected here in the material world in an auspicious manner. The qualities that provide eternal auspiciousness in the spiritual world in the form of shelter, when reflected here, all those natures are considered piety here. The qualities that provide auspiciousness in an indirect form, Vyatireka Rupa, when reflected here, all those natures produce inauspiciousness and are regarded as sins. For example, fear, sorrow in relation to Krishna provide an indescribable auspiciousness and nourish the blissful rasa.
So when one loves the Supreme, personality so much that it's spiritual that Krishna is harming his feet, the lotus feet.
So when one loves Krishna so much, he is fearful, Krishna is harming his feet.
The road is very hard, low levels, his soft feet can be hurt.
So the road is very hard, little pebbles are here and there, and his soft feet may get hurt.
That in the material world, that feeling is considered inauspicious.
But in the material world, that feeling is considered inauspicious.
But if you have that feeling for Krishna, then it's auspicious.
If you have that feeling for Krishna, then it's auspicious.
Provides indescribable auspiciousness and nourishes blissful rasa.
It provides indescribable auspiciousness and nourishes blissful rasa.
Haribo.
Haribo.
Riva.
Alright, so
We'll finish this. We'll finish this part.
Huh?
8 to 3.
This is the continuation is the note of this. Okay, there's a quotation. I don't know where it's from. We wish to declare that Rati, which has the son of a cowherd, which has the son of the cowherd King Nanda as its object, is the height of most intense bliss. The fear in the spiritual world reflected here initiates future inauspiciousness for the jiva. The purport is that therein, in the spiritual world, all the nature of eternal happiness find their culmination in Krishna alone. Herein, in material world, sense gratification is the culmination of their reflected sentiments. The culmination here is the cause of misfortune and impermanence. Hence, those nature that nurture happiness there in the spiritual world is an indirect way being reflected herein. In the material world creates sorrow here. This in whose heart the experience of spiritual happiness is dormant, they cannot easily understand this purport.
So like in the material world, love, affection between man and wife creates sorrow.
So in the material world, the relationship between husband and wife, man and wife, that creates sorrow.
In the spiritual world, since Krishna is indestructible,
But in the spiritual world, since Krishna is indestructible,
all these fears and negative sorrows, they're actually the manifestations of love.
all this fear, this negative sorrow, they are actually different manifestations of love.
And so this may not be understandable for materialists.
What was
May
it?
not be understood.
May
not be understandable to
okay,
materialists.
Sorry about that. It may not be understandable to the materialist.
Here, Krishna consciousness, husband and wife are supposed to both love Krishna.
But here in Krishna consciousness, the husband and wife, they are both supposed to love Krishna.
And although they may have, the example, the sense of it is like salt. Too much or too little, more than what.
Okay. Like Srila Prabhupada gave that example, like salt. If you have too much or too less, the food doesn't taste good.
The point is that if you have the right amount, then if you're phenomenal feeling is for Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya, he was recommending that.
So if you have that, then you have this predominant feeling for Krishna, and then Lord Chaitanya, what was the last part, Guru Maharaj?
Lord Chaitanya was recommending that.
Lord Chaitanya was trying to find that.
So we're not over our question and answer.
Now go over to question and answers. Lord Chaitanya recommended that. Lord Chaitanya.
Sunday, questions and answers.
Saturdays and Sundays are question and answer days.
You got many solutions for Jai Jai Guru Jai Hari Hari Dhanaraj.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. Question.
How
Sometimes.
many times?
One time.
Only once. I'm not 20 times.
Question. Sometimes during deity darshan, I have seen devotees display symptoms of crying and smiling in bliss, which are sometimes hard to control. So, is there a way to control this feeling in front of others? Or is it okay if it outpours as a cry for Krishna? Please enlighten us.
Harita Madhavi.
Harita Madhavi.
Because the sahajas, they display emotions
Because the Sahajas, they display the emotions
as a sign that they're very advanced devotees.
as a sign that they are very advanced devotees,
They're actually cheaters.
but they are actually cheaters.
So, for that reason, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, they try to control their emotions.
For that reason, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada, they try to control their emotions.
I saw Prabhupada break down several times.
But I saw Srila Prabhupada break down several times.
No, it's not that he was trying to show off,
But it's not that he was trying to show off,
but he sometimes he can't control it.
but sometimes he can't control it.
And what they don't want to do, we try to control it. Sometimes Bhakti, we heard that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, he would in the class.
So they would try to control it. Sometimes Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada, he would leave the class
And because he couldn't control it.
because he couldn't control it.
So, but start this we try to suppress it.
So we try to suppress it.
Because well, that's our policy.
That's our policy.
Because people, if they display their emotions, then people may misunderstand.
People, they display their emotions, others may misunderstand it.
Was the situation in the previous eras.
The situations in the previous yugas, previous eras,
Not eras. Like in the time of Bhakti,
the previous eras, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the eras of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
So, a lot of sahajas.
There were lots of sahajas.
I mean, Bhaktivinoda Thakur had a song which all Bhaktivinodas are married.
Thakur has written a song and he mentions the different types of sahajas.
Now in a situation, maybe not so many sahajas.
Now we are in a situation where there are not so many sahajas.
More ISKCON devotees.
More ISKCON devotees.
Oh, we want you all to feel the ecstasy.
So we want you all to feel the ecstasy.
Not necessarily to display it.
What's the difference?
Not necessarily to display it.
But not necessarily to display it.
Because you may feel ecstasy for display it, show off, and some kind of utistasa.
So if you want to display your ecstasy to show off, then it's some kind of pratishtasa.
So that's the thing.
So that's the thing.
Right? That's a good sign that it's sincere.
It's a good sign if it's sincere.
And I seem to hear one cry or feel something.
By seeing the deities, if one cries or feels something,
That's good.
that's good.
But the downside is that it's shut off and out of the materialist.
So the downside, if you show it off, it's not good because of the material aspect.
But sometimes I even get a child, I use a child of all that.
So,
They couldn't help it.
sometimes the previous acharyas, even Srila Prabhupada, they couldn't help it.
And Prabhupada here the class has Gita Nagari.
You can hear the class in Gita Nagari.
It's a place in Newbury, Gita Trust.
Oh, Gorakhpur.
So there you do the class. Lord Chaitanya embraced. Sanat Goswami.
So there he gave a class how Lord Chaitanya embraced Sanatana Goswami.
And it said it was like meeting with Krishna and the Gopis.
And he said that it was like the meeting of Krishna and the gopis.
And at that time, he actually broke up.
At that time he actually broke up.
And I saw Māyāpur and the disappearance day of Bhakti Siddhanta.
I saw in Māyāpur on the disappearance day of Bhakti Siddhanta. Good match. Maybe there might be more questions, so we have to keep the answers short and simple.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to you. My question is, the determination and dedication you have, we are not able to get even a little drop of it. Could you give us some tips on how and what inspires you? Your unqualified daughter Anandini Murari Priya Devidasi ISKCON Indore.
Outdoor.
I would mind telling you what inspires me. That is sufficient.
About my telling you what inspires me, is that sufficient?
I mean, I've been practicing Krishna consciousness since 1968.
I've been practicing Krishna consciousness since 1968.
At that time, Prabhupada told me, read the Gita 10 times I wanted to be initiated.
At that time, Prabhupada told me to read the Gita 10 times if I want to be initiated.
After I was initiated, I had a book, Gita, over 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still love that Gita.
So after I was initiated, I had this book, the Gita. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I still got the Gita.
I'm very much inspired by Prabhupada's books.
So I'm very much inspired by Śrīla Prabhupada's books.
Not everything, and I don't know from when, but now everything to do with Krishna inspires me.
So now, I don't know since when, but now everything to do with Krishna inspires me.
I'm inspired just talking about Krishna.
I'm inspired just talking about Krishna.
I'm inspired hearing about Krishna.
I'm inspired hearing about Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, finish.
So Guru Maharaj, Jalangi Mataji has this certificate. It's called Teacher's Certificate. TTC. So she can teach Shastri courses. She's a Shastri teacher, a Guru.
Everybody should be at least a Shiksha Guru.
Everybody should be at least a Siksha Guru.
And eventually, I hope, a Diksha Guru.
And eventually, I hope a Diksha Guru. Okay, Hare Krishna.
So Guru Maharaj is blessing all the devotees, those who are assembled here and online.
Krishna Matirastu.
Krishna Matirastu.
Śrīla Prabhupada.
White field and the team.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. And don't forget to like and share our channel.